These are Doritos. Ever since their inception from the 1960s, they have become the go-to tortilla chip across the world. Known famously for their intoxicating flavor and engineered taste to appeal for the masses, Doritos have become both of a legend and a meme across the decades. This triangular wrap textured chip has become so famous to the point that one beloved and schizoid character is famous for rocking an ahoge that is shaped as a Dorito. But beyond the adorable wiggly Dorito above Nijika's head lies a dark truth that we will uncover in this video. This is the Nijika Dorito analysis. But before we start off, we have a special guest for this video.
Hello! I'm real. Cause I'm real. Get it? Cause I'm a real person.
Okay, nice getting to know you real, but it's time to know why he's here on the video.
Yo man, why you gotta drag me into this stupid video?
Hey now, the only person who's stupid here is you.
What? No, you're the stupid one.
Nuh-uh, you're the stupid one. Guys! You're losing all this attention! Just give him the bag of Doritos! Anyways, Real will be enjoying a bag of Doritos while I yap about Nijika's Dorito. The challenge here is that I must complete this analysis before he completes 65 grams of nacho cheese.
Oh, my favorite.
That's great! Now, you may begin in 3, 2, 1! Starting off, let's discuss the appearance of Nijika's Dorito. What's surprising is that contrary to popular belief, her ahoge is not a perfect triangle. In fact, depending on the scene, her ahoge can be classified as either an isosceles triangle or a scalene triangle.
Math!
Yep, math. We're going back to school with this one.
Oh, come on man, why you gonna remind me of school?
Oh, sorry. But anyways, a perfect triangle where all sides are equal in length is an equilateral triangle, while Nijika's Dorito can only have one or two sides that are equal, with the longer side always pointing down to Nijika's scalp. But it's not just a triangle. In the manga and even in this frame from episode 12, we can see that it can be curved and even resemble a lace chip. This has led some to insist that according to her lore, her Dorito is actually a lace chip and not a Dorito.
Man, I would love some lace chips right now.
Oh? Which kind? Guys! We ran out of budget! No lace for him! The color of Nijika's Dorito varies depending on the lighting, but according to our official character sheets from the anime art book, the official hex code for its color is a shade of yellow. This is relevant because the color yellow is commonly associated with happiness and sunshine, which Nijika absolutely is.
You know, other than the color and its shape, this Dorito has a different texture compared to Nijika's ahoge.
Ah, good eye reel. Nijika's shape defies what a Dorito chip feels like. It's smooth and can be really sharp that it can be used as a wrap when a master starch is capable of wiping the masses without fast thrusters and slices to streamline flesh and bones. It can also be used as a pick, which is handy for Nijika's lover Pochi whenever the pink creature has a mishap with her picks, which I know a lot of guitarists can relate.
Whoa, hold on. Did you just make Buniji canon?
Yes.
Okay. But there's something that's been bothering me. Every time I look at Nijika from whatever angle, be it side, front, or back, the ahoge is always the same shape. How has that been possible?
Aha! Another good observation. Nijika's Dorito is not the first of its kind. The legendary Mickey Mouse has ears that always face the viewer, regardless of the angle, meaning they infinitely twist around Mickey's head. Nijika's Dorito follows the same behavior. It can infinitely twist to any angle as it levitates freely above her head. A redditor has also classified it as cognitohazardous, which is an image, pattern, sound, or any kind of sensory signal that directly causes harmful or undesired physiological or physical effects to one who senses or perceives it. This could mean that the Dorito is tricking our brains into perceiving it the same way from any angle. The redditor also suggests that there could be multiple Doritos above her head, but they are perceived as a single one depending on the viewer's angle. Oh, by the way, how's the eating?
I'm already halfway there.
Fudge! Gotta condense this more. Beyond its appearance, Nijika's Dorito plays a role in depicting Nijika's various emotions. When she's very excited or scared, it wiggles violently. When she's sad, upset, or embarrassed, it can deflate and lie above Nijika's head. And according to this meme, whenever Nijika is, harmoniously excited, it increases in size.
Dude, she's underage.
I know, but I'm simply stating the evidence I've gathered. Move on, we're getting yellow with this! Okay, so Nijika's Dorito is like a dog or cat's tail that helps us viewers in understanding the true emotions of her even if she tries to be a tsundere and hides her feelings. However, what if it's the other way around? In a doujinshi created by the artist who also produced the spin-off Kikuri manga series, making it canon, Nijika and Seika swap bodies simply by exchanging each other's ahoges. For a full day, Nijika was in Seika's body and had to act as a manager, while Seika had to endure school as Nijika. However, after a shower, they swapped their ahoges back and returned to normal. This raises the possibility that both Nijika's and Seika's souls and consciousness are not stored in their brains and bodies, but in their ahoges. However, there is one issue. After the incident, there was a moment when they remained conscious and themselves, even though their their ahoges were unattached. If their consciousness is indeed inside their ahoges, shouldn't their bodies lose consciousness whenever their ahoges are removed? I mean, the most popular meme related to Nijika is the idea that she would die if you were to eat or chop the ahoge off her hair, but I think this is wrong. You see, we can witness this in the animal kingdom, particularly among reptiles. Reptiles have been observed to continue living for a period of time even after being decapitated. This is due to their slow metabolism, a common trait among reptiles, which allows internal organs to continue functioning because there's still enough oxygen in their bodies to survive. A decapitated reptile is classified as mostly dead, as it usually takes about an hour for it to fully lose oxygen and actually die. Human beings do not have this advantage. Just a few minutes without oxygen and our cells start dying. This is due to our fast metabolism. This then brings us to Nijika. There is a very slim chance that she is a reptile.
What?
I present to you the lizard people theory. This theory hypothesizes that long ago, a race of bloodthirsty aliens arrived on Earth and have since merged with humans. It is believed that the most elite individuals are lizard people, secretly controlling and manipulating global culture and politics. One popular piece of evidence for identifying a lizard person is their eye color, which can be green, blue, or even hazel. Although Nijika's eyes are classified as vermilion, the highlights in her eyes are a color very close to hazel.
But hold on, I also know this theory, and another popular evidence to spot a lizard person is the slow, non-human-like movements. Nijika moves so freely like any other human being.
They just want you to believe that.
What?
What if Nijika is an experiment? The next stage in the evolution of lizard people. What if Nijika was a success after countless decades of engineering ultra-realistic humanoid bodysuits that allows for their free movement and indistinguishability amongst humans? The consciousness of these lizard people have been transferred away from their brains and to triangular pieces of hair. This is done so that they are free to swap bodies and be immortal. These triangular pieces are advanced in all aspects, able to reproduce infinitely and survive all harsh environments. They also emit waves that can pierce through human flesh and bone, giving them the ability to scan and read people's minds. Hence why she's able to read Boji's mind in episode 7. They also adopted stealth and invisibility technology, causing hallucinations among human beings, believing that they can see Nijika for a few seconds before disappearing. This finally settles the debate whether she's real or not, because she's real, but just being invisible and watching over you. Now, I know this sounds completely absurd, but it finally explains a lot about the mystery of the Dorito. And there's more. The lizard people, proud of their success and the state of the world, have decided to secretly partner with Frito-Lay for a grand purpose. 2 years ago, people on Reddit began noticing a change in the flavor of Doritos. Rumors started spreading about whether the ingredients or something else had changed in the production of the beloved chip. And they were right. There was a change. Specifically, in Doritos' supplier of chips. Remember how this ahoge can reproduce infinitely? This means there could be an endless supply of these triangular hairs to meet global demand. As the world's economic situation has led to rising prices, most large corporations are eager to cut costs and maintain their profit margins. This is why the lizard people, with their successful Nijika experiment, offered Frito-Lay the opportunity to be their main supplier of Dorito chips starting in 2022. And which anime aired in 2022? Yup. Told you, this isn't that insane. In regards to their edibility, the replications of Nijika's Dorito are engineered to be edible, as this will be their means to transfer Nijika's DNA and traits to consumers worldwide. The original Dorito only belongs to Nijika. What we have as consumers are mere reproductions. The texture is proof of this. But why have Nijika's DNA sprinkled on these chips? Well, the Lizard People Society have a benevolent side to them. Seeing the wars, geopolitical tensions, divisions, and hatred among the world, they took it upon themselves to inject a few doses of Nijika's DNA and character traits for mass consumption so that the world would be a better place at the end. With each Dorito chip a person consumes, their brains would be biologically modified to see Nijika in their lives and follow in her footsteps. This is a secret campaign to raise a new generation of Nijika-likes who will spread the spirit of the paragon of human virtue to every corner of the world. It's a long process that will take decades, but with each Dorito bag you purchase, you are contributing to making the world a better place. Literally. And that's the truth of it all. Anyone eating a Dorito, whether it's today, tomorrow, or even as this video plays, is undoubtedly consuming Nijika's DNA. But hey, that's just a theory, a parody theory. Don't take this video seriously.